into the heart of the matter.
Every weekday on Slick Television, Channel 37, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tune in and stay informed like never before.
The Today Show, only on Slick Television.
In Sierra Leone, if you're born at village and you go school, you go manage small, say, hope day. But particularly if you not go school, hope not day at village. Pass by God in grace. Usually when you travel, go up to the provinces, that is when and how you go realize, say, life is better off mostly in the major towns and cities than where you're in the remote communities. The more reason you see massive rural urban migration at this part of the world. Salon, I mean, particularly. So, for let you make them up in life, take only the grace of God. So, in fact, my Angelo in the say here, and our motivational message here, my Angelo in the say, the question is not how to survive, but how to thrive with passion, compassion, humor, and style. So you not only left them at passion, your compassion, how you feel for other people, what you do for other people. Your passion now, waiting more or less the spirit, the zeal, the emotion, the strength, the everything where they give to whatever they do. The compassion on how you feel with what you do and the people where they do things where they do with. Humor, a little bit of laughter, fun, and all that. Style, if you get for make some creativity, innovation, art, pakandi. That's what makes life goes on. That's what my Angelo is saying here. So no matter how you find yourself, no matter how you start in life, it's not about how you started, it's how you go for continue. They say this life, the race is not for the strong or the swift, but the one where they endure. That is the category of people that they make up in their life. And in life these days, you have to be smart and hardworking. So in this edition of the Today Show, I'm joining as we crusade with the Crusader on this journey to reforms. Is it great reforms or what? Francis Benkefala will have a conversation with him shortly.
So important issue them where they affect Salon and the world. The Epic Morning Show, they set the agenda for the day by way for look inside social, economic and political environment and self bring interesting topic them when need critical answer and solution them. We they bring the issue them come to UNU with just one agenda when are for serve the people with all the answer where they need. Tune in to the Epic Morning Show every Monday to Friday 7:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning on Epic Radio 99.3 FM as we bring in Master Sabi people for come discuss all the important issue them where they happen in the country. You can watch me live now with Facebook page when at Epic Radio 99.3 FM and surf on Slick TV channel 37. Epic Morning Show with a serve on Ottawa. Up to important issue them where they affect Salon and the world. The Epic Morning Show, they set the agenda for the day by way for look inside social, economic and political environment and self bring interesting topic them when need critical answer and solution them. We they bring the issue them come to UNU with just one agenda when are for serve the people with all the answer where they need. Tune in to the Epic Morning Show every Monday to Friday 7:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning on Epic Radio 99.3 FM as we bring in Master Sabi people for come discuss all the important issue them where they happen in the country. You can watch me live now with Facebook page when at Epic Radio 99.3 FM and surf on Slick TV channel 37. Epic Morning Show with a serve on Ottawa.
Ladies and gentlemen, And me can make them bounce, no say come phone and skits. The bubble fi me na me bathroom me teeth. Just this hour for rap when I dance group feet. And all they really pot like what they pin it. So the best thing for do, stick it at the spit.
Let's tip on me mouth like Chingoma Kicham. Bless like fire, I warm like a wire. Me punch like quick for shock and blood and not a tire. But one up for balance cause I warm like a tiger. It's the body chummy bone, I no go tire.
I like it. Now back in the days, Zikaro be the make name. I be the first for the fame, and see be the make way. Shout out to my themselves, I don't they give me top.
I can't scan and man and begin cry. I take a like a six. You will like now fresh fry. That's when I face push and die. All juju to hand so them believe and tie.
Die 6, you step na me zone. You time dog hitch. I'm all up on the beat. You first fever monkey. You just a left months like could I just left Bobby.
So I don't make me plan. I then you want make you way. I don't sharp the cut slash. For make a cut 8.
For take your life, you don't play your role. I give you small chance, you don't play your role. I can't like calcamounts for can't take your soul.
Maybe unlike me, we born na Moyamba, Southern Sierra Leone, Kayamba chiefdom precisely. The main Moyamba tongue, I didn't born me. Government hospital, not to host them born me on that village. So if I be left Moyamba, I saw them for don't concrete me so. By then time they ask, you know, for don't serve Patrick Salia. But by the grace of God, we commode, we can free talk, we can make her. Anyways, we're not talking about me here. My name is Patrick Salia, like I say. This night today show, welcome back. We can talk about. I don't call. Should I say he's a young man? No, he's not a young man. You don't attain the age of presidency. You don't pass him. The age of presidency is 40 in this country by constitutional by electoral provisions right now. So the person in question has been a crusader since I don't know him for years. Crusader. They don't try for revolutionize certain aspects of life. He has been in the center of certain controversies, however, but some people don't consider him to be a development-oriented person, notwithstanding all of the controversies around him. Newly married, but about a year now, so about a year-old married. Again, that has to have some other questions. And that person is the Commissioner of Sierra Leone's Anti-Corruption Commission, Francis Benkefala. We're there with me today in this edition of the Today Show. Get a ride of a crusader whose journey is to reform. But what reforms? We have a lot to look at. We have a lot to discuss. Welcome, Francis Benkefala. Welcome to our humble abode.
It's a beautiful studio. I'm glad I came to see.
Yes.
Thank you.
We're honored you're here with us today.
Thank you, my brother.
But this is financial pregnancy. I used to know you for people where they hit the gym. It means it's been a long time you not hit the gym. And you not tell me, now Sonia Jafar Benkefala, now in the cook for you the food, then we make you belly the big. So it must be say you don't tell you hit the gym, correct? But not in the gym, personally.
Gym. Yeah, I get my own small gym.
Maybe if you get a trainer.
I know, but the thing with trainer, you get for work within your time.
And when you go and buy yourself, you're sorry for yourself.
I'm not sorry for myself. I'm already push myself. Now I wear suit. If you see me muscle, they will be big.
Yeah, this year, even at the suit, this year. One of them
muscle, my legs, everything is perfect. The belly nobody felt me first. So imagine if I'm not for the good at gym, not a problem.
And at this young lady, now they give you food.
Oh yeah, and I can cook. Then fine cook them for me.
Your marriage is about 1 year old now, right?
It's less than a year. Now October.
Oh, October. That's the month I was born.
October 2024. October myself born.
Wow.
Yeah.
October what?
14.
October 14.
Yes.
That's like 6 days
in between.
Before me.
Well, you see, that means I'm a big brother always.
Big brother, welcome to our studio.
Thank you.
And
These were your godparents.
Oh, yes. God
Why choose them for being godparents?
The inspiration. You know, God's parents are people that will inspire you. If you look at the life and journey of President Bio, he also got a very strong wife who stand with her. And also, not to everybody go look a young man at the age of 32. He gave him such a huge responsibility like anti-corruption commissioner.
So you were 32 in 2018?
Yes. So if a president look you and say, okay, 32 going to 33 and say, come and be anti-corruption commissioner, that's something impressive. So my wedding was to also not just be a wedding, but to also tell them thank you and for remind them, say this is a mentorship journey, and so that they go there. If there's problems, you meet them. So, for example, if we get marital problems, Mrs. Biogo always there for talk, for come to. President Biogo, they always has the inspiration behind. So that I'm really behind the idea of choosing them as godparents, because it was more to say thank you and I want you to remain here.
Mm. But even with Sonia being a very good cook, anyway, by the way, Sonia used to be my colleague, but I never remember say I don't taste in food. You never cook.
She's very good. You know how to cook. You know how to cook different
Between
dishes.
your wife and your mama, who are the best cook?
Well, then they have for the side, but it depends on what they cook. When it comes to that typical Mende country food, then my mama sabi make. But when it comes to the continental dishes and all that, they for really organize them. That's
and here you are. You went visiting your mom.
Oh, yeah.
This was Crane. That was last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was just about 2 weeks ago. My mama, me na be mommy's boy. So for all my siblings, then like he always say that me and mama like, and we were very close. We were inseparable. The time we meet, they grow up. I don't get time for my papa self. Everything that me mama. Me na the pikin will not be even like grandpa or grandma. Na mama, everything that mama. Why they come out give and not meet mama na also the way to take her before I begin play. So it was that close. So I go, then they say, I just feel for Siam, and I've been there for go all the way Pendembu for go Siam.
Well, it's still the Pendembu?
He cook, it is Pendembu. And
Why?
Pendembu is also.
Is it a choice for still the Pendembu?
Yes.
Why?
It's a choice. Because that day you feel connected. You know, say, my mama na Kisi. So my papa married her and come with an
Kisi Bendu or Kisi?
Kisi Kama. She no Kisi Kama. She comes from Kisi Teng.
Kisi Teng.
Yes. She's tall, no?
Kisi Teng was the controversy.
Yeah, tall, no. It come out from the chieftaincy family. She's a tall, no. She's also a Lobo. So Lobo is the main. So it is from the
Jusu Fala. Okay, that's the speaker. That's the name of the speaker.
Okay. In Alobo, my mama Alobo. It's one of the chieftaincy homes that she comes from Kwendu town itself. So, Nayanda, when Papa married, I carried with her.
That's like 52 miles from Pendembu.
Yes. So now they be there now, they born with, now they connected with people, now they used to, now they seem stressed, be so close for people them. So when the pa die, we eventually end up settling a Freetown. Later it talks in Nayanda in one day.
When the pa died?
So the pa died during the war, around 1993.
Yes. Let's say so rest in power.
So when after the war will come back, na Freetown will come, but he say he want go back. So he go back, we'll go build small side for him that day, and she's okay.
And well, the best person for even look after your farm, is it 8 hectares of
farm? Nine back he coordinate down there. One me cause he would then call Chief Ben. And then he coordinate the farm. So
is it every weekend where you did travel go Pendembu? Or?
No, not every weekend because of work. I can go there really as the exigencies demand. So why not he just left on too long because I need for the Siam. At that age there and now you have to check on them, see what they happen. But we talk almost every other day.
And she followed you even to the US. Go collect you LLM.
Yes.
You LLM.
Yes.
In LLM
in global governance, public international law and global governance.
Exactly.
Yes. So,
and this was also last year.
This was last year. This was in May last year. So that's about a year ago. Yes. So we might not be there the time I graduated from Fabric College.
Okay.
They still in Guinea at that time as refugee. The time I graduated from Fabric College.
It becomes easier for them left Kisi Teng.
Yes.
For cross the river Makona.
Yes.
For go over.
So now they be there. So she has never attended any of my graduations. The one where I do in England, been there. The other one where I do in America before, been there. So that this one now, he be able to go to America. So it was a very significant moment for me personally but also for the day when they graduate from Harvard Law School. And HPC,
what your mama mean to you? Because you seem more attached and more loving to your mama than your daddy side.
Well, my daddy
I've
passed
hardly
away.
anybody do I ever see or you
My
talk
daddy
about
passed away when I was 8 years old.
now I see.
So yes, even though I know him personally and we had some time, but it was too early. So now my man has stand as a pillar for we till now. So not of us, I don't like me daddy, but 8 years old, what can you do? The possible you really know, we stand strong, we make sure so you get to where you are. Now your mama always serve as the anchor.
And I pen them
and God can make it still there alive today. So yeah.
And she's still going strong.
Yeah, she is.
She looks very strong.
She is.
I guess she's in her early 80s?
No, she's not. No, she's just about 70.
70?
She's just about, yeah, 70.
And you are?
I am 41.
41 now?
Yes.
Okay, you attend your undergraduate law degree?
At 23.
At 23. And you're now 41. You born up in Nembu?
Yes.
Now God make them not be in concrete you. You not be left there. By then 10 years old, nobody should be talking about Bente.
Penembu actually produced a lot of great people. We born there, we go to school there, but went on to become a lot of people.
But they're not grow up in Penembu.
Well, some of them grew up in Penembu. Because I remember
you born there, you left Penembu.
We left there, the war took us out.
At what age?
That must have been at the age of probably 7.
7 years.
So when the war came in 1993. In 1991, yes, 1991, 1990, 1991. So they till 1992. Actually, the rebels were between Penembu. But when the war got really heated, at the time I will move, go through Liberia and go to Guinea. So from that ending now, from Guinea, come, go grammar school. And then had to reconnect with Penembu again. But
so now Penembu you attend primary school?
I start, yes, RC Boys na Penembu, now they start.
And you can continue na Freetown, yeah?
Yes.
Which of the schools are Freetown?
Grammar school, Sierra Grammar School.
Okay, primary.
I do some na Guinea.
Okay.
So I come now secondary school na grammar school. So by the time now the Common Guinea come, with the water end, I was now at that level.
Oh, Gentonian.
Oh, yes.
Proudly.
Proudly. It is.
A lot of people, I'm sure you don't prefer be an Oba man or Kosa man than being Regentonian.
No, no.
Oba like Bo school or K school.
No, I get a lot of respect for Bo school and K school.
You know what make they say this?
But I know for don't say, it don't necessarily mean that I don't prefer. But I think that it would have been a great opportunity for attend any of the schools that day. But I think grammar school is such a great school. It's a great fraternity, and I'm very happy that I went there.
How's life at school for you?
It was interesting. Interesting that, of course, when you come from a very, at that time, really, I come from a very humble background. So, didn't have much resources. But I began this uncle, Mr. Sir Joseph, where in Bile Grammar School. So, when he go take Queen at Guinea to Mama, bring Wickham Freetown for Putri School, because he wanted us to follow the path of Papa with education. So, he go take we from Guinea and come with me and my big brother Joseph. And he only wanted us to go to grammar school. So
is he still alive?
School. He's still alive. He's still alive. Edelunge. He's a very...
So aside your mom, he's now one of the pillar.
Oh yeah, very strong pillar. He actually brought us all the good things that happened to we in Sierra Leone now. After our papa died, he take over as the father figure. But now me and mama in big brother. He Sir Joseph Tono Edelunge. So he brought us, and he loved grammar school. He only wanted us to go to grammar school.
But he attend grammar school?
No, he don't attend grammar school. He attend school in Freetown. But then he really loved grammar school. If they leave na Moriton at the time. And if he don't teach with Mr. Lashite in WEF, na Vine Memorial School. So if he don't also interact with Mr. Lashite a lot, so he leveraged that opportunity for go convince Mr. Lashite, say, I have these boys. They are coming from a very unknown school. But they are clever. I can assure you, if you take them in this school, they will do well. So, and Mr. Lashite look at the report card, send in a ministry confirm, say yes, he could enroll us. Then they enroll me, big brother.
Oh, at the time, they never take you report card, go to the ministry?
Yes.
They will not enroll you just ordinarily like that?
No, particularly when they come off from another country. You be careful, need their approval. I think it was the education secretary or somebody in the ministry for say you can go ahead and admit them. So we go through that process there, and that's how we got in.
So had it not been for your uncle, you would not have been here?
Nope.
You would not have been Francis Benkefala you are today?
Very unlikely. Very unlikely. He played a very pivotal role. And that's the end of the day. Sabiden transition is the most significant, right?
Yes.
Where they were the Guinea, he came and said, I'm taking these boys.
Papa don't die.
To go to school, yes. So I had to take them, go Freetown and put. And he did exactly that. I mean, me and my brother go grammar school. And we were there. We did very well. My brother came 1 year before me, pata they all, come first throughout. Myself came the following year, pata they all, come first throughout. And that is how we entrenched ourselves in the school.
I will not agree. I not go on for you bluff too much. Say you pata that way they pata. So I will not want to agree also the way they talk. I wish we
agree.
I wish we began last year.
Mr. Lashite said no say I can't first throughout. I know what they can second in my life.
For me it starts grammar school.
No. Not just grammar school, every school I attend.
First throughout.
First. Nobody never beat me in that class.
What would be your preferred choice of profession while growing up? I'm sure.
I wanted to be a lawyer.
Why?
I think I was influenced largely, I can tell people, I was influenced by a book called The Incorruptible Judge. There's a book which has a very powerful legal scene where you have a judge, you have lawyers representing. It was on corruption. When I was in primary school, we would act the play.
Ah, okay.
We act the play, and I remember playing a role of a lawyer in that book.
While in Penembu?
Yeah, not in Penembu now. That's in the
Guinea.
Guinea. So that largely influenced me to think that, oh, this could be something I would want to do. And of course, I was always leaning towards the arts, okay, in terms of being able to write, being able to speak, articulate, be able to debate, and everybody will say, oh no, this is a lawyer, he's a lawyer. So he's no way beginning to grow up, these things ain't grind on your mind. So I always tell people, me and one person will always be getting clear head as to what I want to be. And I didn't joke about it.
But you should also...
So when I finished grammar school, for example, this is the same uncle, I went to him and said, I want to read lawyer. And he said, oh no, lawyer, not that create them, not that people that they go to law school, and things like that.
Now I see. Now
I bought my own form.
Your own form?
Yeah, I go buy my own form.
To Fobe College?
Yeah.
Now I see the reason we make you like the Afro. Because the Creole influence, the grammar school influence, and then the influence of becoming a lawyer.
Yeah, of course.
All three put together.
Yeah.
I see. And a lot of people, they don't pass through you. Don't they copy this Afro?
Oh yeah, of course. When you're a model, young people want to look like you. So I can meet parents. Sometimes I'm traveling, and one parent can come to me and say, "Oh no, my son can't cut his hair."
Yes.
Because he wants to look like
you. Want to
can
be
we
like
take
you?
a picture so I show you?
Yes.
Some kids say, "Pass me the bag with Pikin." Say, "No, I want to be like Benkefala." So a lot of people keep the hair to look like that, and I can meet a lot of them in universities. They come to me and say, "I'm keeping this hair because of you." And
even when you get them public lectures with university students and schools, you get a number of them. Just 2 weeks ago, you were at Unimac.
Yes, I was
engaging them.
Yes, that was a dinner where I spoke. Okay. There was a mass communications department dinner where I go speak. Yeah.
But you know, we say all thanks to your uncle also and the Incorruptible Judge where you read, where influence you. You should also be thankful to WAEC when not change your status. As this comedian, this Sierra Leone comedian, Robino we say Sierra Leone, they say WAEC na one thing where they determine what you for be.
Yeah.
WAEC na one thing. They say you don't plan see they become lawyer. They say go sit to us or GC, where the results they come on and they determine how you for become. So you should also be thankful to WAEC.
Yeah. I mean, we at the end of the day, I don't know whether dynamics have changed, but at the end of the day, we'll not be getting too much fear that day. We thought that if you take the exam, you focus, you will get the result you deserve. So, and at the end of the day, we'll be very competitive among the schools as well. We know we serve. Then you get other people there in different schools. We all Albert Academy, then CBA, then the Albert Academy, Sengen, and then Prince of Wales. We get Paul James them na Bow School. So we knew ourselves because we do a lot of debates, we do a lot of quiz, and we always compete among ourselves. And there was also that competition when it comes to results. So
and that spirit don't die this recently.
I don't think they don't die. It's just that we are not there. So maybe we don't feel it.
Speed.
Yes, L&DS, for example, was a very powerful thing, and with the whole
it used to be inter-school competitions.
Yes, but me just feels maybe because we're not there at that level, we assume that it don't die. But something just tells me it didn't.
Okay. And then suddenly you know being get fear say exam malpractices would be any major problem for you.
Not really. At that time, no. For example, me Komo Grammar School, it was a zero tolerance for them kind of thing. Mr. Lashite, you would never think of exam malpractice. Nobody would try to.
Is that why when you begin notice, when you took up office as a commissioner of ACC, is that why when this issue of malpractice became very, very prominent, you decided to parade those teachers narcotics?
It may have contributed. It may have contributed because when you come up from such a Puritan system where merit is the thing, you have to study. And you are aware, say, if you study how you can win. Because I see exam malpractice, not just in terms of the advantage where they give the person way do well after cheating. And the disadvantage where they give the other person, we're equally good, but imagine they don't go answer for you. One university professor don't go answer the questions for you. And you are competing against the boy where they use in your own sense for still write the same thing. But they look at what this university professor has written, because really the person where they cheat is not to end one. Now one teacher, they don't go pull Najala University, they don't answer all the mathematics for him. But then it makes that other boy look like him stupid.
I remember one boy committing suicide in a mountain court or somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
And I remember similar kind of incidents, somebody almost attempted doing the same somewhere. Say because the person way they study them, then people and they pass, then in way they study them, not pass.
So now I tell you, so exam malpractice really dangerous, not just in terms of the advantage where they give the person where they pass. Everybody wants to go ahead. But at the disadvantage where they because when the teacher is marking, he does not know that this person here and somebody don't help him. That other person in a try for himself. He will just look at that other person just stupid. This person
hard
is
and
just
smart work he utilized.
Yes. And you see the gap. Because imagine me, Francis Ben Kaifala, going to write a government exam for my son. Okay? Then you get another boy who instead of let's say in a grammar school that you get for right. The experience is different, the courage is different, your understanding of exam processes are different. So exam malpractice is really bad. So something flipped in me when I saw the data. And at that time, I remember we cage people that they take exam na Aberdeen Road at 11 p.m. We arrested many of them. We wrote to the authorities bringing this to their attention. They didn't receive the
authorities
attention.
like WAEC?
WAEC, ministry, we investigated, we explained to them that this thing is prevalent. That time I get a lot of intelligence. They get WhatsApp groups where ministers said that the admin at the WhatsApp group and teachers are showing boys what to do.
Really?
Exam they reach, the teacher they grab. Question 1A, question 2B, question 3C, question 3. And you have networks of people across the country answering them. So we wrote and said, look, this is bad. The country's fabric is being damaged by these kinds of things. And teachers are leading it. Teachers and principals are the ones who have turned this into a big business. Something has to be done. So we don't see much being done about it. So what I did was really to draw attention to this, that this is true, by showing them, I am telling you people, it is teachers who are doing this thing. It is principals who are doing this. So when we catch them into special homes, one of the principals said, oh, they go take exam.
And is he among one of the...
I can't recognize now, but I know that these are some of the images of that day, which has become very topical. But now in home, the principal's home was where they were taking the exam. And the students paid 2 million to access that home.
The one at Bay Street, Eastern or Aberdeen?
But my brother, it was rampant everywhere. 1 year, when in Kono district, then we get mathematics. The day before mathematics, there was no smartphone on the market in Kono.
Really?
The school children bought all.
Why?
Because there is some professor sitting down somewhere answering mathematics for them and transferring it through the phone. And then get a network of supervisors that will allow them for look and just write question 1A, question 2B, question 3C. No smartphone on the market in Kono. We got that intelligence, we gave it to the authorities.
Junior tenure?
Yes. We told them. Now they be school picking up by all the phone then I come.
And this action, you still don't get any regret for him.
Well,
However,
look,
President Bio apologized.
When you dey in a public office, okay, it's not a question of your personal. It's always about the public interest. What I did was to protect the public interest.
But this incident still continue. Perhaps because President Bio apologized, which some people think and say nothing for
President Bio is a statesman, okay? It's easy for people to say, oh, this is a young man, he's exuberant, that's why he did this, I am sorry. But we also, in fact, you remember, the following weekend, what happened? We arrested an even more egregious, after when the president apologized.
Yes.
Remember that one we go hide inside, inside freezer. I think the one they run on top roof, they run after them, they arrest them because again,
on a Scorpion squad.
1 week after that apology, they were in another home taking the exam near a school, na DPI water. So it's not a question of regret.
And you feel being betrayed by the system?
No, I don't feel betrayed by the system.
Because the thing still continues to be a prevalent situation, has been reported.
So these days, everywhere I go, people ask me, why don't you do this, what you did the last time? Take people to the cutting tree. A lot of people will hold microphones and say, oh no, if we don't continue for putting people in that cutting tree, this is not for me. Then I tell them, what do you want me to do?
Or you'd be the fear, say, if you been take them to the law, to the courts, to the court system, you would have lost that matter, that case.
Look,
or then case then day.
Salia, to change a country like this requires a lot of sacrifices. Okay? This is a country where the corruption culture is so deep-rooted, so strong, that only fools keep doing the same things over and over, not getting results, but believe that they will get it. You have to change strategy. You have to apply different methods. And that is why I keep saying, even when it comes to leadership of this country, yeah, for change, yeah, no need somebody where they come, they speak English, they hold meetings, they go be to money where everybody come for talk. It has to be somebody who is ready to work on serpents and principalities.
Radical.
Somebody who is ready to do what has to be done to change this country. After almost 70 years of independence, look at the conversations we are having. These are things that the world has forgotten. Okay? When you speak to IEC, they will tell you that this problem when it gets to this kind prevalence of examination malpractice, where every year they're having difficulties. Even for enter the grades, continuous assessment of students then in schools. Schools can't do it because of the cheating, the scheming, the planning. So much so that now this was where they see some schools could not be registered.
The Ministry of Education has to foot the bills for some of the students.
This is what I am telling you. Do you want to baby people with these kinds of problems?
So you need rather for take the bull by the horn.
Somebody has to walk on people's back, and some backs have to break.
So meaning if you become a president, you get an invitation, by the way, for becoming a president?
Well, I don't know what the future holds.
But you must have...
It's all in the hands of God.
You must have been thinking about...
If I have the opportunity to rule this country, I will take it. Because I believe there is just something inside me which says, and sometimes I can't help it. A lot of people are qualified to be presidents. So qualification is not the problem. The problem is those who are willing. The one that were willing for do what need for be done for change.
But the system, they micromanage them.
Well,
the system, not they allow them.
Look, let me tell you. Look, after God, not the president. Okay? The system is the president. If the president is an example, he's ready for take certain steps, things will change. So what we call really a system is only as the strong people in the country are willing it to be a system.
So it depends on the leadership.
You change the system. Systems bend in the face of strong people. Okay? So me believe say, I know they try for talk say I get all the answers of Sierra Leone. No. But when you're not the figurehead and you bring together like minds, and you're ready for do the things that we need to be done. This whole idea we say, oh, let's have small, let we take it easy, not so, well, not so God want them. Look at where we are after 70 years. Like I have told you, this country needs somebody who is ready to walk on the backs of serpents and principalities.
So meaning by the time we're ready for
drive the change that Sierra Leone needs, and it's not going to take just qualification. It takes a strong heart, a strong mindset, a clear agenda, and a very powerful worldview to change what is happening in this country.
So meaning by the time when you become president, or you plan for become president, political parties may not probably be existing, because the political parties more or less they start for manage you till to the time where they reach up yonder. And we reach up yonder as well, other systems and forces where they draw you back. Perhaps the same forces we don't make the successive presidents not able to transform or radically change the systems.
Well, me just believe say managing people also means managing those you work with. Okay, so you can manage political parties you work with. Okay, first of all, when a political party look at you and say we want you to become our flag bearer, it's because they give you certain respect. They don't give you a certain platform. And if you use that platform for changing the story of the country, because let me tell you this, Salia, most times we can just talk anything there, but really waiting people want that result. Result.
Positive
the
result.
reason we make the country don't plunge into societal cynicism, where nobody not trust themselves. We all man just be listening nothing happy. Where a lot of opportunism done, they all man just want cheat away in life. It's because of the continuous way how people they feel about the political system. Okay? They have to worry.
You're part of that system there.
Oh, yes, I am.
You're part of the system.
Yes, I'm not even crying down the system. So I just believe that a lot of good work has been done already. No matter how you look at it, we are not where we were in the year 2000. You don't understand? A lot of things don't improve. We have better roads than we ever had. We have better electricity infrastructure than we ever had. We have better healthcare system than we have. It is not perfect. It's not even close to perfect. But it is not the same as it did then. Somebody has to finish this work. President Bio is doing a fantastic job. He's a powerful thinker. We want for change Sierra Leone.
You sure?
And he believes in I'm very sure. I know I'm up close. I have conversations with him.
But a lot of Sierra Leoneans, if you move along the streets of Freetown, all the corners of Sierra Leone, people will say the contrary.
Yeah, they will say the contrary because, first of all,
especially with somebody who come up from a military background and things are turning out.
Don't forget, people get their own political leanings and sometimes they judge things by that method. Okay, so, but what he mean know is for President Biodo lay a lot of foundations upon which Sierra Leone will move stronger. So a new president will come to Salon, not get for one policy, because one thing President Bio has done is to lay a lot of foundations of policies, principles, laws, empowering women, changing the criminal procedure system, strengthening the agricultural structure, changing the education sector by introducing new laws. You understand? Every sector you look at, technology, everything. When it comes to data management, protection, policies, even when the journalists, when it comes to criminal libel processes, who don't fair since the days of Shaka Stevens, President Bio has changed all of them. Now, one of our major problems is time limits. Okay, if you are going to focus to make the policies, sometimes you may lag into the actual processes that now give life to those policies. So my own thinking behind this is President Bio has done a fantastic job in laying out these policies, principles, procedures, streamlining things, and he has also achieved some of the things he wants to achieve.
Is that the reason you vehemently kind of the lean on Inwef, Fatima Mada Bio?
Lean on Inwef?
Yes, kind of. You get some stronger ties with them. In fact, you call her your sister.
She's my sister, yes.
Your sister?
Yeah, I mean, Fatima Bio and I get this affinity. And recently, he looked at me and said, look, Francis, I just believe that you're a good person. He says, something just tells me you're a good person. And that is why I like you. You see, people that feel, say, now because you're anti-corruption commissioner, because they know. They say, I just believe something, just tell me. I have a good feeling about you.
How long you done Sabiam?
For several years now, maybe 10, 15 years.
But Koidu Limited and say, now him make President Bureau appoint you. Have you seen that letter from
No, but that's silly.
From Koidu Limited?
No,
that letter dated 4th.
Koidu Limited, their letter is just silly.
You don't see the letter in question?
It's the blackmail. The Koidu Limited want for blackmail me, okay? They want to blackmail everybody in the system because they know that they are going down. And one of the things they keep saying is that me, because of my relationship with Fatima Bio, and that is why. No. We are investigating Koidu Holdings before Fatima Bio, before they draw with Fatima Bio. They know that. The head of Koidu Holdings with the Academy office, we are inviting them, they were making statements. So, they they just ignore them.
So why now we...
Then, even the statement where they say, now Fatima Bio make the appointment, that's just... President Bio will just laugh at that because President Bio don't say Fatima Bio played no role in my appointment. We have a great relationship. I take her as an elder sister. We really have an amazing relationship. But you don't get nothing for doing me.
So why now we the First Lady start up a war with Koidu Limited, you open a case against Koidu Limited?
But I don't tell you, so we don't open a case in the mining sector, which included Koidu Holdings, before this whole issue of Fatima Bio.
So should we say a bad coincidence?
Not a bad coincidence. In fact, maybe it's a good coincidence. Because now anyway the lawyers they write me, we reply to their lawyer and say we are investigating you for this, and this. And it has nothing to do with labor issues. So the labor issue is just an aside, really. We are looking into your taxes. We are looking into your local content policies and principles.
And we are
talking about aviation.
And we don't find anything against them.
We will not complete the investigations yet, but the investigation is ongoing. But so the point I try to make is, I get a very good relationship with Mrs. Bio. The same way I get an amazing relationship with President Bio. Okay? Like, really amazing relationship. But because of my role as anti-corruption commissioner, some of these relationships can be out there. Okay? They only come out until we go event, and see Mrs. Bio on an event, and sometimes we talk and laugh, and somebody takes a picture, and then it goes out there. But that way, they know how they come, they try to present her as if because of that relationship, then they influence me work. No, they don't. They don't. Mrs. Bio not get no interest in me work. Not even they call me about me work. The only person where I can once in a while get a conversation about work, now President Bio. So Koidu Holdings that idea they just do a blackmail and they try for blackmail. Now I cannot even respond to the letter. As far as me concerned, the letter is a blackmail to corporate gangsterism, which has no place in a democracy like this. If, for example, they believe waiting and they say, oh, well, let them go court, and then they will know what's doing. We have closed the accounts because we believe the accounts get criminal activities around them. And that is the power we have to do, and we don't do it. But I will finish one point where I really want to finish when it comes to President Bio in work. It don't lay all the foundation there. Somebody needs for moving forward. Okay? Somebody needs for continue. Wusa Inge for stop. And that is where it is going to become interesting after 2028.
So who that person is for you?
No. The various political parties go decide that day.
For you?
Okay. For me? Who that person they be? I don't know. I don't get much word in that matter. I mean, I just believe, say, there are a lot of amazing individuals in this country where an opportunity get for be given to the political parties for choose. And if they choose any of them, it's fine. If Nami they want let them lead the country, why not? I will take it. If
you get your sister where kind of they get some misunderstanding with the chief minister, but you are also very close to the chief minister, David Senge, correct? You are very close to. You kind of they play the middleman role between them.
No, but you know,
they're not see you like sell out or between or.
No. Anybody who don't know me say me not a people person. Okay, I get me relationships, and I make even when people that want to me, I can tell them say, hey, my friend, you have no idea the layers of relationships I have across the country. Okay, I get a relationship with people that will summon the shock. How, where, when. And when I say relationship, not to that particular relationship where they just meet possible. We are talking about probably millions of people. Okay?
You mean like people like Cardinero?
I mean,
against LAJ?
Whether they're musicians, it's not just Cardinero. When it comes to musicians, I get musicians the way they are ready to lay their lives for me. because we've had relationships that go way, way, way back from the days when I was just a lawyer. Or some of them were all in school days together. So basically, the point is, my relationship with one person, not they affect my relationship with another person.
That may be different in your relationship with the Clerk of Parliament, Paran Tarawali, and the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, where you not see maybe in terms of governance structure and policy-wise or how the laws are structured, we're not seeing for the C.
No, misunderstanding. No, we don't overcome and I be misunderstanding.
Look at this investigation. You kind of later on strike a compromise with them.
The Clerk of Parliament?
Yeah, the Clerk of Parliament over the employment of in WEF.
No, WEF now we strike compromise with.
But in law, it's supposed for them. We're not supposed to over him as an accomplice because there's hardly any way where you go in at the administrative aim of affairs.
Yeah, so now we refer in, we take and say administratively he may have done certain things wrong, but we couldn't ascribe criminal responsibility to him. I remember we referred him for administrative action by the president, and he was suspended for 3 months by the president before he was reinstated. So our work is not always to send people to jail, because really, why would you want to send somebody to jail for that?
Yeah, unable for you cover the money from WEF.
Yes, we recover WEF, and we ban WEF from holding public office for 5 years.
For 5 years.
Yes.
But una not take any action against the husband.
I don't tell you. You don't think they will not take action. We referred him for administrative action to the president, and the president suspended the Clerk of Parliament for 3 years. 3 months without salary. My friend, that is a serious.
And now he run for the Secretary General post of the SLPP.
He has the right to run for anything he wants. I mean,
but by law, is it permitted?
Yeah, he is permitted.
By law?
Yeah. It's only when he's found guilty, even because, I don't think the SLPP party constitution, the bar for that, because we did not take him to court or charge him to court and find him guilty. So maybe there it could have been tricky, but because it was more administrative action, I don't think he's barred from running for Secretary Generalship. You
and the Public Accounts Committee in Parliament seem they get series of misunderstandings. Here, almost every year where the Auditor General's reports, they come out, who takes responsibility? Who handles these? Who handles wars or whatever it is? Yeah, I remember the last Auditor General's report, you and the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, you have the Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. Also, when I engage in such misunderstanding, who's this misunderstanding day? Because the law is very clear about first, the Parliament. Parliament now will get for determine who would they for send responsibilities to.
Yeah, I think the misunderstanding there is the public can usually want things to be done fast. And also, it affects the country ratings. Because remember, every year audit report they come out. And Parliament don't usually get the time for go through another audit report don't come. You don't understand? So we they on the side of the public and try for stepping early, so that they don't think say there's impunity in the system that person they do what he's supposed to do.
But then they see like say they usurp their role.
Oh yes, that they misunderstanding. But it's not really a usurpation of their role, that continuation of their role. Now then give ACC the power for look into issues of corruption. And they not exclude the Auditor General's report as a source of information on corruption. They could have done it when they were passing the Anti-Corruption Act to say, because we law basically give rights, say we get the right for look into corruption wherever the source is. You don't understand? So if you really didn't want ACC to interact with audit reports, you could have just excluded it, but they did not. So, and other speakers, before Honorable Tawa came to that office now, the current speaker, Bidede, and we had a very amazing understanding on these things. We worked on it. Some of them, they look at her, we see they say, no, we're not sending her to bed. So now the misunderstanding happened when Honorable Tawa.
So probably personality difference.
Of course, definitely personality difference came in.
Or maybe
it was a misunderstanding. Tawa is my friend. Me and Tawa don't come off far. Me and the college is my man. We don't talk about. We don't go to VP as well. Vice presidents have don't intervene. We don't talk about. So we are moving on strong, and they help the accountability.
Quick clarification, Commissioner. What's the status of this investigation? Sorry, the proceedings.
They filed it for judgment now. The judge, Justice Adrian Fisher, don't withdraw the file for write the judgment. So which means everything not done.
Because members, the public now be done the think now say, perhaps it was just to humiliate Dr. Samura Kamara and try for fidget in candidacy as presidential candidates for the last election. May could have been bring this whole thing.
I don't tell you, say the file don't be withdrawn for judgment by the High Court. I don't even call the judge in name. He just want for frustrate person, you go as far as judgment. Now wait no more than would let the judge give ruling.
And you sure say you not go in that case?
I'm 100% sure. Sure.
Why you just feel so?
Because I believe in
lost
the-
a number of cases than the cases you not win.
It's not possible.
Well, seen to be so by the
That is not true. Since I become ACC commissioner, I will not reach up to 3 cases. And these are one of the misconceptions the way they in the system and journalists them, particularly that they drive them. Since me be commissioner of ACC in 2018, we not reach up to 5 cases.
And I not lost it.
And we don't lost no. And we don't win past probably 30 cases. So we don't even understand who side this data come up with the talk say ACC the lost case. Maybe before I became commissioner that would have been true. I don't know. The data shows that at some point we had a challenge with the judiciary and judgments were really going against us, particularly just between the transition between Tijan Cole and JFK. But then, my brother, I am telling you this. It is not true.
Perhaps
I have no idea where this came from. We win our cases almost all of the time. All of the time. Every indictment we don't sign. And most times, sometimes we can charge 5 people to court and maybe one of them is discharged and 4 of them found guilty. Okay? But I don't even remember when last ACC lost case at court. I don't remember we've lost a case in the past 3 years.
And most of such cases, especially that way involve money matter, when I don't go into out-of-court settlement.
Some of them will do out-of-court settlement. Some of them will do out-of-court settlement and will still charge people to court and will find them guilty. So
this
for example, in this case, we found the fellow who was responsible for this was found guilty in the High Court.
This was 32 or so
billion
leons.
Oh yes, I believe. I believe this was the one involving
EcoBank.
This was the EcoBank one? Was this the EcoBank one?
This is supposed to be the EcoBank.
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
Yes, this is the EcoBank one.
Yes.
This is the EcoBank.
Because I didn't pay like 15 million.
Yeah, that's it. That's
we didn't pay 15 million. This is not the 15 million.
Yeah, 40% of the total. Yes.
So 40% of the total amount. Any money when I recover ACC by law, they retain 10%. Yes.
10% for our operations. So we use it to carry on our operations.
10%. And that 10% they will not use for put up on a first edifice.
Not really. No. We every edifice was 100% funded by the government of Sierra Leone.
Oh, government fund them.
The government built the building for years.
So
because they know the kind of amazing job they do. And then say we really serious to work. We'll be trained. We'll get 3 different offices across the country. I am in the city where we're paying huge amounts of money. So the government accelerate for make we get our own building. So that is how we built this building, and that is where we are now. And accommodate all inside that one building in a huge but very, very conducive space for work.
If you get the opportunity for turn things around in this country, so far, which you don't identify for be a problem, where you go on for put as top priority for solve?
I think that discipline.
And so, President, you become. That have been top priority in your agenda.
I am telling you.
Discipline, lawlessness,
listen,
and feed the country.
Let us forget about the problem of this country is discipline. Okay? Discipline is divided into 3. You have to think with discipline. You have to act with discipline. And you have to be disciplined people. So disciplined thought, disciplined action, disciplined people. These are 3 different things. But they are all interconnected. Okay? So for example, when you are a disciplined thinker, you wake up in the morning and you say, we are going to feed Sierra Leone. Okay? Now, the disciplined action would be to say other things are important, but they are going to wait. We are going to feed Sierra Leone. You can take care of those other things, but nothing comes in the way of feeding Sierra Leone. The same thing for other things. If you say you are going to build the Lungi Bridge, you develop your actions in the disciplined way to make sure that the Lungi Bridge stands.
So you think a lot of people don't deceive the president?
I think, some of them don't.
They don't fail.
Well, some of them not do what they're supposed to do for help the president for succeed in the agenda. Okay? And disciplined thinking, I think President Bill get a lot of them. He even get a lot of disciplined action. Okay? The problem is disciplined people. And that is where I have told you somebody has to be willing to step on the backs of serpents and principalities and be willing to break them. If you want to change this country, disciplined thinking is not enough. Disciplined action is not enough. You have to be willing. That typical way they say kill dog before dog, let dog know say die day. You have to be willing to slaughter the dog. And when you are slaughtering it, you should do it so publicly for everybody to see. That the next time when you say this is what we are going to do, everybody will study.
And you start with somebody very, very close to you first as the...
It does not matter who. In fact, the most important person is the person who is close to you. So, I believe, and that's what I have told you, President Bio has done a lot for this country. I believe he's a fantastic president. I believe he will succeed at a lot of things. I also believe that he has already succeeded at a lot of things.
Okay.
What is now required is how to build on it. And that is going to require a very, very strong heart, strong mind, principled person to lead this country. And I pray that Sierra Leone decides it. And we will all look forward to what happens after
That will be the person who will succeed President Bio.
Correct.
So whether not APC, whether not SLPP.
Yeah. As long as they are disciplined, they can change this
But I'm not
country.
sure you go look for somebody when outside SLPP. You will prefer SLPP person.
Well, you know, say me not a politician. Me not anti-corruption commissioner. I need to comment on politics.
Why you don't admit say you know carry member of SLPP? You mean
Why
say
have I admitted me that I can't carry a member of SLPP?
how they will go appoint some? How President Bio go look somebody from APC go appoint her, or you go look somebody no more when not
Because
just?
President Bio is a principled man.
Oh, okay.
He's a principled man. So he does not know what leaning I have, but he wanted somebody strong to lead the fight against corruption.
And at the time we appoint you, you be the lead reminiscence movement.
Oh yeah, the
I remember those years.
I know.
Eh,
The years of the Renaissance movement.
the Renaissance movement.
Where we used to take on the issues.
I remember then we had to spend late hours in a star radio where had the open mic for you, sit on the talk. I remember those. Say, this young man at the time, that was at the time you were 32.
I was less than that.
Yes.
I was probably 29 going to 30.
Ah, I remember that. That's in the
But
exuberance.
that was 2015.
Exuberance,
2016,
yes,
17.
exactly,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. That time it will be Star Radio was exactly at Mama Street. Well, we're not going this conversation, and it will be disingenuous, and it will be sinful if I not remind you of this.
What is that?
You know, say April, we pass this April 2025, make 1 year where then gets the Lawyer Society.
Oh, you mean in Kenema?
Yes.
Oh, yes, yes.
Would I appoint you for preside over election?
The members, they will be inside the hall.
And you will just distribute card.
No, I wasn't just distributing. You see, recently I write. In Kenema, what you want to see, because it was a closed session, okay? A closed session, that is the time they tell every journalist, everybody to move out, okay? Only lawyers stay in the hall. Now, at that time, there were about 550 plus lawyers in the hall. Those 550 plus lawyers voted on a resolution that I be the electoral commissioner for the bar. Because, of course, they believe in me. Because I know say that election was a very heated one and they needed somebody strong to be in charge. So they voted clearly, and I was made. Now, when I was made, I called on Banja Tijansi and a lady called Mariam to assist me with a list of lawyers to call so that you come, you take your ballot paper. We had already gotten ballot papers from NEC.
So it was secret ballot. We don't prepare the secret side outside there for go vote. So you take your ballot papers from me, you go, you vote, and you go back and sit.
What be the look face? Do you want to be the...
Wait, no, now I tell you. What you saw was after the process was violently attacked by hooligans. Who came into the hall first of all and said that I should not preside over the
hooligans?
election?
But they were lawyers.
Oh, yeah, yes, hooligan lawyers. They came into the hall and said, oh no, Ben Kaifala not for preside over this election. Why? Ben Kaifala not a lawyer. Ben Kaifala is a lawyer. The law says a senior lawyer. At that time when I was a lawyer, I was 17 years at the bar. So I was definitely a senior lawyer. I am qualified to sit in a court of appeal of Sierra Leone. Okay? They said they don't have Ben Kaifala. They attacked the process. And that is the process. The thing was same way I took the ballot papers for the presidential elections, I gave it to my bodyguard to hold. So they took the box that containing all the other ballot papers, threw it away, broke the chair that I was seated on. When they saw that I was resolved to carry on with the election, that is the time they now took out their phones and started videoing me. So you did not see what I have just described to you. You did not see when they came into the hall violently. You did not see when they came and attacked the process violently. You did not see when they broke the chairs and tables. What you saw, and I know you agree with me, what you started seeing was a video with ballot papers all over the floor.
So why 500, as they claim, why 500 plus lawyers go just looking at paying the life by you, and to the extent that they go form a parallel body of the Bar Association called Lawyer Society?
Because they wanted to get their way. It was a well-planned, orchestrated attack on the process.
500 plus lawyers, where among them, you get very seasoned lawyers.
Yeah, but
very senior lawyers.
I tell you, they get another 500 plus lawyers who can tell you that what I've explained to you is true.
You get from a presidents of the bar, we form part of the lawyer than the in question.
They were not even in Kenema. They were not even in the hall. So that is the point I am telling you. The real disadvantage you will get is the time where then can cause all the havoc there. Nobody videoed them. It is they. It's a bit of here talk where they talk say until the deer learns to tell his own story, the hunter will always be the victim. They now took their phones and started filming me. At that time they made it up the stage. I didn't have time to video anything. So I don't have a video showing when they attacked me, when they destroyed the tables. Oh, Ben Kaifala don't destroy everything. It is when they did that, and I now saw that, oh, they were, first of all, they came here so that this election don't happen. That is why I said this is a closed session. Everybody in this hall is a lawyer. Everybody stand in a line. As long as you're a lawyer, I will give you a ballot box to vote. But, so I was not just giving papers out randomly. I was giving it out to lawyers for them to vote.
So, but how coincidental, we also see a video emerged on social media. I think the night, the eve of that very election, you and one of the presidential candidates, Tuma Jabi, because I did the bar Sabian for, Tuma Jabi, well, you're into now they dance, now they enjoy.
Well, when I get Sludge session right now, tomorrow you are voting Sludge candidate. If Sludge get a soiree tonight, we'll say all journalists that they go. You, Salia, if one of the female journalists them, when you not even sure if tomorrow I get for being nominated, can't take you for dance, you know go dance with her.
Or Tuma Jabi take you for dance?
Yes!
But the other presidential candidates have not been there.
What's that mean your problem? They're not been there. If they be there, they take me for dance, I go dance with them.
But you not be no say you have to go preside over this election.
What I find most interesting about this whole thing, why dancing with Tuma Jabi even significant?
Because that's the outcome of the election. That's that. And the people that go next.
Yeah, but the dancing with her took place the night before, and it was a soiree for lawyers, and I'm a lawyer, she's a lawyer. I danced with so many other people that night.
So why you never come out with another video where you will counter those other?
I don't explain to you. I was up that stage conducting an election in a closed session. I don't tell you, say the same people that will attack the process, now they now take out their young phones for video me after I resisted.
But you get bodyguard, you get one or two other aid them.
Bodyguards, they be busy, they push them away. What do you expect them for do? Take out phone for video?
Okay.
So this is the problem.
Okay.
The narrative has always been skewed for make me look bad. But truly, that day, now only Miss Courage that saved the bar. And because they're not able to succeed for prevent the election from happening in Kenema, Now may then go down, you know, say then at the power crew. Then go set up now, say, then they go set up the Yoruba Association, they get Lawyer Society. It shows their determination. They always wanted to divide the bar. That is why they attack me and the electoral process of the bar. So, me don't tell them, say, look, I owe them no apology.
And you're not
I
getting,
did what had to be done to
and you're not getting regret for that?
No, I don't have any regret. No, I don't.
You're not getting any regrets?
At all not.
Till date?
No, I've told you. I mean, I'm a man we calculated in what I do. And I'm also doing as anti-corruption commissioner today because I have been living my life crooked in a very straight person.
For 7 years, the longest serving ACC.
When I was a lawyer, everybody knows that as a lawyer, I was a very honest and diligent lawyer, practicing. Okay? I know I'm waiting not belong to me, but also I never allow a person take from me waiting belong to me. If you're not ready for go through the process for win election, you think say you can't attack and violently, I will resist you. And I have no doubts that if we go back to Kenema today and those people attack a process that I'm leading in Kenema, I will resist them today.
You still a member of the bar?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I'm a very senior member of the bar.
So you're not getting intention of joining the Lawyer Society?
Lawyer Society now waiting. They're not even registered. They are not even registered.
Oh, really?
That is how, yeah, they are not. They are not. They are a totally
That is as
illegal.
far as you know?
No, because they are not registered.
No, but
Ask them, let them produce this
the allegation, they were here.
I am telling you, they are not registered. They said they are a community-based organization registered at Freetown City Council. Ask them to produce the certificate at Freetown City Council.
But that had been clarified here.
How?
Weeks, months down the line, they were here. Clarified.
How was it clarified? Did they show you the certificate?
Or you assume, say they're not registered?
I am not assuming. I am anti-corruption commissioner. I have access to data and records.
Say they're not registered?
I am telling you they are not registered.
So you mean the Lawyer Society is an illegitimate body?
Completely illegitimate and illegal. All their gatherings are illegal gatherings.
Well, you get me baffled. One, they were prevented from holding an event at New Brookfields Hotel, but subsequent other events, they were successful. Otherwise, they don't prevent them from holding those activities.
Why they go prevent them? They are just gathering to talk. But I am telling you, they are not registered.
But the Public Order Act 1965
let them produce. Let them know waste time. When somebody is registered, they produce a certificate of registration. Where is it?
Okay, we will call.
Call them.
We will call Soisengo Marai.
Yes, let them produce it. The day they produce their certificate of registration, call me back to the studio. But I am telling you that they are an illegal organization. They have always been an illegal gathering. What they wanted was to disrupt the bar, and they were resisted. And we will resist them again.
Momo Foden, our Facebook page, and Slick TV Facebook page, say the People's Servant, Centered Focus Commissioner, Francis Ben Kefala, the man who is serving this beautiful country, Mama Salone, diligently and consciously. Thank you for your sacrifice and everything. We are deeply honored and proud of you. That goes to these awards as well, where probably you also don't receive from institutions. Well, one for say congratulations for receiving these things.
Thank you.
Regardless of the controversies.
Controversies are part of life now.
And you're not scared.
No,
you're not afraid.
Well,
you're not second picking to your mama?
Me not the third.
How many picking that you
4.
Play? All alive?
All alive.
All boys?
2 boys, 2 girls.
2 boys, 2 girls?
Yes.
How many picking that you get?
Mrs. F? I get 4.
Now do you plan for stop?
Yes.
This?
Frances.
Now this transition from international school
I go Annie Walsh. Yes.
Annie Walsh.
Yes.
4?
Yes. 4 or 5 now, because I just don't get a young daughter.
5? Mm-hmm. Let's not go into the other aspect of this case. I want for left one day.
I can forget say I just don't born. Well, this young man don't call me and just no.
Yes.
Yes.
Why is Sonia? Sonia is still in the States?
No, don't come.
You don't come back. Okay.
She's at home.
Now, girl Piki called me.
Yes. So KJ here has a
younger
sister now, Namin.
So 5. Now KJ not the only boy.
No, KJ not to tell 2 boys.
2 boys.
KJ not to the only boy. KJ not the only boy. There's another boy.
Okay, this KJ and the younger one.
A girl, the younger one, a girl.
A girl. Mm-hmm. So your new wife. Mm-hmm. The others.
I was married before.
You were married before.
Yes.
With other wives.
Yes. One wife. Why are you at the S?
Is he a chief? Is he a chief?
You're not Mende chief.
Yeah, Mende chief.
You're not Kaila boy.
If I get Pekins, you get waves.
Don't mind them. Don't mind them. You clear?
I want to like you are big.
Well,
Back
it's always
up,
there.
man.
It's always there. It's always there.
You keep winning. You keep winning awards.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, I don't win a lot of awards, over 250 awards.
Over 200, you counting them?
Well, I know, I'm aware. They are recorded.
Oh. As commissioner, as Francis Benkefala, or both?
As commissioner, basically in the past 6 years. But you don't go to my office now, you saw them. You saw them on
that
display.
office is beautiful, by the way. The central system I see you now. That's your plan.
It's a modern office, yes. It's a modern office where you don't have AC units hanging. Everything is from the roof.
Yes, I enjoyed the way they plan them. A young man office.
Yes.
Where young man gets on
A
site.
modern office. That's President Bio's, one of President Bio in legacy then for Sierra Leone. Building an office for ACC.
People always think saying that from the commission they want to get 10%, now not take building.
No, it was paid 100% from government funds. It was a very deliberate project by the government, and the Ministry of Finance provided the money, and we did it.
Apart from ACC boss, who say you expect for yourself after this seat where you did so?
Who say you expect for me?
Well, pass I go Pendembo and go ask him.
Well, I left that to God. I think I don't get a very amazing tenure.
7 years.
I thank the President Bio, for giving me this opportunity, and he continue for repose confidence in me. What comes next? We will figure it out.
And that not going to be in the next 1 year?
Well, anything can happen.
If Francis Benkefala, I look forward, no surprise if Francis Benkefala become presidential candidate. I'll take a couple of more messages from Facebook.
If another you wish, why not?
No, maybe from what you don't explain, what you don't tell me, maybe that it will convince me. Maybe it will convince me.
Well, I hope so.
For left active journalism and go.
Well.
Yes.
That's the deal.
The radical aspect.
That's the deal.
Yes. Let's go back to Facebook. Sabayo say this personality interview is spectacular. Right questions asked, question measured off. Good one. Abdullah Yetese, Benkefala, I hope say you have good relationship with Chief Minister. Is it?
Chief Minister is my brother. I don't even know why they feel say that is something.
Yeah, because Chief Minister and First Lady, then the feds.
Yeah, but First Lady is my sister.
One day, Chief Minister will feel say they sell them out. First Lady will feel say they sell them out.
If Chief Minister for the feel like that, like you don't feel like that in a long time. No.
Yeah, because obviously, just last week or so, you've been in your office.
People there understand, say, me, Benkefala, get relationships. And also, everybody who close to me knows, say, me a loyal person. Okay? And they respect that. So, it's not a problem at all.
Any special message before we end this conversation?
Well, let the people of Sierra Leone just know, say, this country cannot change.
Look them two under.
Salon, not designed for be how it is so. This country can change. This country can develop. We just need for build a country on discipline, on the 3 pillars of discipline. Discipline thoughts, we think as a disciplined people. Discipline action, we act as a disciplined people. And disciplined people, we means we're ready for hold ourselves accountable. We're ready for kill dog before dog. The dog knows a day. Once those 3 things align in this country, so man go ask, this not Salon. So let us not give up. Let us just believe that is possible, and let us choose leaders that we're capable of bring that for we.
Francis Benkefala, na the name in the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, the longest serving Anti-Corruption Commissioner since the creation of that office or that institution by law. That was in 2002, right?
2001.
2001, and started operations in 2002.
Correct.
Under Tijan Kaba in regime at the time. Then the first commissioner being
Val
Collier, and then later on we can get
Joko Smart.
And then under the Anisbai Kuroma administration, we can get
Tijan Cole, JFK,
Adi
Macaulay. Mina the 6th.
6th commissioner, the longest, 7 years so far.
Correct.
You should be counting the costs now.
I know.
Yes. Congratulations, anyways, on whatever achievements you've made. Great feats, by the way, regardless of the so many controversies where you find yourself in or where people don't put you inside. Congratulations. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
You could speak to us today.
You are a great interviewer. I always like. But I miss the time when you been in at Senegal, when you did that radio station at Senegal.
West Africa
West Africa, yeah. When they call me and say, "Oh, this is my people in Senegal want this interview now."
Yes.
But no, it's amazing sitting with you again, and I always know that you are an amazing, fantastic journalist, and keep it up.
Thank you very much,
All right.
Francis Benkefala. It's nice talking to him. And this is how we move to the second half of the show. Let's start with health tips, this time with etiquette on coughing or sneezing or using some parts of your body for do so. When we return from that health tip, we'll take you through a whole lot of other ride. The bump, slow, smooth rides in this Today Show. We'll be right back.
Thank you very
Well
much.
done.
Hello and welcome to Today Health Tips. Today, we can talk about sneezing, coughing, and how to keep them germs they are so away. Tip 1. Cover the mouth fine one. When you dey sneeze or cough, always cover your mouth and nose. But no use your hand or instead use tissue or inside of your elbow. Why you dey do this? Because your hand dey touch all things, from phone to doorknob, even to your face, and this can easily spread germs fast. Tip 2. Throw away the tissue fine. After you don't use tissue when a fine thing, no forget say you for trash am immediately inside the bin. No put am inside your pocket or for just left am so normally done, because this can spread germs easy one. Tip 3. Wash your hand them fine one. Right after you don't sneeze or cough, wash your hand with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. If soap not there, use hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol, because clean hands they protect you and all man wey dey around you. So now, make we go over all things back. First, cover your cough or sneeze the right way. Secondly, throw away your tissue or trash am fine one. Thirdly, always wash your hand. This is simple, smart, and always they keep all man safe where they around you, especially when this na rainy season turn so. Stay clean, stay kind, and stay healthy. And I go see you next time for more health tips.
To important issue them where they affect Salon and the world. The Epic Morning Show, they set the agenda for the day by way for look inside social, economic and political environment, and self bring interesting topic them when need critical answer and solution them. We they bring the issue them come to UNU with just one agenda when I for serve the people with all the answer where they need. Tune in to the Epic Morning Show every Monday to Friday 7:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning on Epic Radio 99.3 FM as we bring in Master Sabi people for come discuss all the important issue them where they happen at the country. You can watch me live now with Facebook page when at Epic Radio 99.3 FM and surf on Slick TV channel 37. Epic Morning Show with a serve on Ottawa. Up to important issue them where they affect affect Salon and the world. The Epic Morning Show, they set the agenda for the day by way for look inside social, economic and political environment and self bring interesting topic them when need critical answer and solution them. We they bring the issue them come to UNU with just one agenda when are for serve the people with all the answer where they need. Tune in to the Epic Morning Show every Monday to Friday 7:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning on Epic Radio 99.3 FM as we bring in Master Sabi people for come discuss all the important issue them where they happen in the country. You can watch we live now with Facebook page when at Epic Radio 99.3 FM and surf on Slick TV channel 37. Epic Morning Show with a serve on Ottawa.
All right. After that conversation with Francis Benkefala and the advice on how to use parts of your body for cough or sneeze. Now, let's jump body at the sports arena with some activities going on. Well, some have gone on already. But let's get the updates from Mohamed Kolia in the sports update.
Hello and welcome to the Today Show Sports Update on Slick TV channel 37. In this edition of the Today Show Sports Update, after a short break, they are back with thrilling actions for the Sierra Leone Women's Premier League 2024-2025 season, week 17. The stage is set, the teams are ready, the anticipation is high as the national top female football club returns to the field to showcase their talent, determination, passion for the beautiful game. Saturday 14 June 2025 at the SLFA Academy, Ashentonians vs Patricia Umu. Two resilient sides locks on as Ashentonia aim to rise higher against ever-determined Patricia Umu FC. Kenema Townfield, Kaula Queen vs Koya Queens. It's a royal battle in Kenema as the Queens of Kaula face off against their royal counterparts. At the approved school field, Weinberg vs Malema Queens, a crucial clash with both teams looking to make a strong fast break statement. On Sunday, the 15th June 2025, FC Callon Female vs Sierra Leone Police, a highly intensity match is expected as FC Callon take on a disciplined police side. At the Usum field, Rising Queens vs Mogbemo Queens, the Rising hope to maintain their upward trajectory, but Mogbemo will not take it easy. At the Ball Coronation Field, Ram Kamara vs Mena Queens, Bo will be boozing as Ram KFC and Mena Queens battle it out for supremacy. Each match promises excitement, talent, and inspiration as the Sierra Leone Women's Premier League continues to build a future for the women. Still in football, across Sierra Leone gets ready for another electrifying week of action. It's match week 26 of the Leon Rock Premier League, and once again, clubs across the country will battle for pride, points, and position as the title contenders and survivors locks on. Friday 13 June 2025 at the Apple School Field, Luawa Football Club vs Mighty Blackpool. Luawa face one of Sierra Leone's most historic clubs. Expect nothing short of fireworks. Mount Torres Lifa vs Bulham Stars, a crucial mid-table matchup with both sides looking to solidify their standing. Saturday 14 June 2025, by Bue Warriors vs Usum Stars, the Northern Pride is on the line and these regional rivals square off. FC Callon vs Star Sports Academy, all eyes on this match as FC Callon look to maintain their charge. Freetown City Football Club vs Cambo Eagles, the capital takes on the south, what sets to be a fiercely contested battle. Sunday, 15 June 2025, Eastern Lions vs. Bo Rangers. It's a heavyweight showdown, a classic fixture that never disappoints. This is all we have for you in this edition of the Today Show Sports Update on Slick TV channel 37 with me.
What a weekend it will be, or it has promised to be already. Now let me take you through travel updates because people are traveling, leaving this country or entering into the country already for Saturday. This time for help you prepare early and better. Let's start with Seacoach service, Seacoach boat service. We get early departure at 5 a.m. at 5 o'clock in the morning. Askai Airlines flight KP023 go left Banjul, the Gambia. Make stops in Freetown International Airport at 5 after 8 in the morning, Accra, and finally reach Lome, Togo at 8:45 in the morning. Next stop at 8:30 in the morning, Askai Airlines flight KP043 go take off from Freetown International Airport and head to Lome. They reach 10 after 9 in the morning. In the afternoon at 1 o'clock, Askai Airlines flight KP022 go left Lome, Togo, stop in Freetown International Airport at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And he reached Banjul, the Gambia at 4:45 in the afternoon. At 4:05, 5 after 4 in the afternoon, another Askai Airlines flight go left Lome, Togo, and head to Accra, Ghana, and Freetown International Airport. Also in the afternoon at 4 o'clock, Air Senegal flight HC213/4 go left Dakar, Senegal, and reach Banjul, the Gambia at 6:55 in the evening, and Freetown International Airport at 7:50 in the evening. For you to travel overnight at 9:30 in the net. Turkish Airlines flight TK533/4 go left Istanbul, Turkey, with a stop in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, before it reach Freetown International Airport at 10 after 1 in the morning, and continue for go back to Istanbul, Turkey at 10 after 2 the same morning. That night travel update for Saturday. I wish you safe travel and safe journey. Now, moving to the law segment. We don't discuss law, social life, and other aspects of personalities, but now to the law proper. That's the law, not the law segment. Let me join lawyer A.R. Fofana for take you through succession law.
We get other laws again where you talk about again the right for voting, for inherit and distribute property. Before 2007, women in a salon, they may look at and say, well, they don't get right for me to get property or for me to share property. Well, now that, they say, especially the aspect of give for the root inheritance. They say, well, when papa die, you don't get anything for the root property, you not girl picking. By customs and tradition, customary law, they treat people in certain way, we make people in a salon, especially the woman, them they feel disadvantaged. But again, if you are refer again, una for say the aspect they are go for the root inheritance law or for the old property, they again at the Constitution of Salon, Act number 6 of 1991. An aspect what they tell you say, despite the fact that this person a woman, but he get right again for get property. He not only get right for get property again, for also for let's share property. Salon, we get two law will govern the voting, the inheritance aspect way for get property from you probably die, or any possible wish for give property where they die, especially when you talk about testacy and intestate. Testacy will they, intestate will not they. But the rules of distribution make them very clear. For say from section 6 now, as I don't talk, from section 6 to section Section 18 of the Devolution of Estate Act 2007, it make provision. But what is important this afternoon, now for the listeners them, viewers, may we say, despite that, if person die in no left will, what are the procedures they all for go through? Would that for take letter of administration? Would that get right for take letter of administration? Would that entitle? Would that the first person? By this, would you look at the law? What did the law say for say would that for take letter of administration? Now, by subsection 2 of section 3, Act number 21 of the Devolution of Estate Act 2007, it tell you about the spouse of an intestate, and in the absence of the spouse, the next of kin. If the man die, if he left woman, now the woman now for take letter of administration, where it go through the Family and Probate Division of the High Court of Sierra Leone. The Family and Probate Division, in a particular division, na the High Court of Salon, we get for deal with what thing? We get for deal with family issues. Now, you get for go through a lawyer, the lawyer get for do the formalities, for lay them prepare, document them, or then they file. Now the Family and Probate Division of the High Court for let them get grant of letter of administration. Because the word now, grant of letter of administration. This is a document where they give power to an administrator or administratics. Administrator na man, administratics na woman. Now, the grant of letter of administration, the High Court, the Family and Probate Division, they grant them to a particular individual where they can serve as the administrator or administratics for they administer the property of the deceased person where they are intestate. But one key thing is very important is that the property they are holding the vested and the person, the administrator or the administratics in care. Now for they it go according to law. You know for do at your advantage, but if you do at the advantage of every other person we're entitled to. But look at this instance now. By section 5 now, they talk about what in section 5 of the Devolution of Estate Act number 21 of 2007, tell you about maintenance and education of natural child. Before the Devolution of Estate Act 2007, before them pass them, they say Pekin where the man born, where they marry the woman, they say about Pekin. This is not considerable, but what is important now, the law say, if when the man born this Pekin, other family members they are aware saying I born this Pekin, in safe get rights or entitled to the share of them property they are. Despite they not married. Adopted children of the person again entitled. When they so go adoption, not to that traditional aspect okay do we are go take in a village, a cow town. The law say we forgo through the law of adoption where it gets separate act we get for the root adoption 1989 act. The Adoption Act it's about saying if you go through the courts for lay then grant you the rights for lay you adopt this PKI. You get for go through social welfare, you understand? You get for go through a lot of other procedures them. But what is important this afternoon now follow understand say the Pekin where the person born. It say any natural child of the intestate shall be entitled to be maintained and educated from the residue. If na us, we then get for the rent this us here, the money, then for make sure say then put on for the Pekin, take care of the Pekin if the Pekin day school. You understand? And then pay for take it to us. If you go college, and for make sure say if you take care of her, take it get what they call undergraduate means first degree. If na any course you do, we complete a course there. Then for stop for take care of her. If the Pekin they go school now, the law specifically they talk about 18 years. Now the time, now the age limits that one day. But one important thing where I can left for Kauto now, where can always happen, where I can see people then can get issue. They say, well, when the man die, me na the woman, na me entitled to everything. Not to so the law say. The law say, when the man die, he left Pekin them. He left property, he left family members. You look at the percentage or the value of the property, they determine who that and who that they gets. But again, in the provinces, customary law, then can apply customary law on property then we get for the root customary rights. I refer again to the Local Court Act again. The Local Court Act, they tell you say the local court then get their own jurisdiction separately we get for the loot voting, devolution of estates, but again, in no for interfere with the rules of distribution where the Devolution of Estates Act make provision for. That. Now that make we understand say pikin self where the man born. If they not marry them in mama, they not marry the mama, he entitled to the property them where the man left. This afternoon, because of time, we not can make episode long. I can like for stop here and tell una say we get forget another episode. We get for deal with voting the rules of distribution and that of wills. The Wills Act of 1837 in get your own provision we make. The rules of distribution, as I be don't say, we go for talk on that separately.
All right. I hope say you one way or the other learn something from that law on succession with lawyer A.R. Fofana. Interesting. Plenty of una perhaps go down they believe or we don't believe say because they're not married a particular pikin mama, so that pikin is not entitled to in papa in property or whatever where the papa die. Well, some of these things you can only learn them through the know the law and other things through they bring to you now Slick TV, particularly the Today Show. Thank you, lawyer A.R. Fofana. Thank you to all your other lawyer them where they contribute to that know the law segments today. And now let me take you through the headlines review segments. We get a whole lot of things happening in the world of news. James Kamaramane, they're with me in the studios. Good afternoon, James.
Good afternoon, Patrick. Good afternoon, viewers. So, Patrick, SLAJ, less than 24 hours, get the elective Congress. So today, the SLAJ, Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, may get the 2025 elective Congress meeting today with the team, say, electing a new executive moving SLAJ forward. This event may take place now at Betumani Hotel in Freetong, where we talk the president for SLAJ, where Ahmed Nasrallah may talk, say, this Congress very important to the association and to the media and Salon. John Abdullah Mididi and he sent this report.
My final address as president and 6 years of collective struggle, learning and triumph deserve a proper goodbye. It is not just another Congress. It is a significant turning point for our association, for the media in Sierra Leone. And if I can say, or I may say, for me personally, 6 years ago, you handed me the baton through the quiet storm, Kelvin Lewis. You entrusted me with the highest responsibility in our profession to lead SLAJ. It has been the greatest privilege of my professional life. And today, as I prepare to hand over the baton, I do so with a full heart, proud of what we have achieved together. mindful of the unfinished work ahead, and hopeful for the future we are building. Please allow me to highlight, not elaborate, some of these key achievements. We've already stated about the repeal of the criminal libel law, the long journey, signaling a new dawn for the media in Sierra Leone, and a new leap in the world press, and new leaps in the World Press Freedom Index by the Reporters Without Borders. It was a collective triumph involving SLAJ, civil society, media stakeholders, the diplomatic community, the entertainment industry, and the government of Sierra Leone. We organized the first ever Media Viability and Investment Conference with support from the BBC Media Action Sierra Leone, the government of Sierra Leone, and the International Fund for Public Interest Media, which gave us the opportunity to better understand the industry challenges, assigning responsibilities, and providing a clear vision and roadmap for SLAJ and media development in Sierra Leone. So I say to the incoming leadership, lead with empathy, lead with integrity, lead with humility, lead with the understanding that every decision you make affects real people in real newsrooms, doing real journalism, often under very difficult circumstances or conditions. Colleagues, our profession is under pressure from misinformation, political interference, economic hardship, legislations that threaten our work, and public distrust. But we cannot afford to falter, not now. Let us go into our closed sessions today, not just to debate motions or present reports, but to recommit to the ideals that brought us here: truth, courage, fairness, and selfless service. And as we go into elections tomorrow, let us vote with a clear conscience, acknowledging what others before us have done to push our association forward, and entrusting leadership in those who have made a genuine commitment to continue that journey in the interest of all of us and for the nation.
We made the talk now. The Congress, the Chegnoba, the Minister for Information and Civic Education, may say this large Congress, they should say journalists that they lead by example. Now that makes Sierra Leone don't take 74 position out of 180 at the World Press Index. John Abdullah again.
Deliver a speech, and everybody, without exception, your friends and foes, your allies and opponents, say, we may have disagreed, we may have fought, but one thing is clear: he did his job. He did it with integrity, he did it with dedication, he did it with purpose. He made the field of journalism proud in Sierra Leone. The galaxy of distinguished, outstanding individuals in our society who are gathered here for today's events to witness a transition, it's a big deal. Let us not forget, it's a big deal. Other associations we will not name gather to organize elections, and it is sometimes acrimonious. Here you are showing us that you don't just talk and write, you live the example. Salone in 2024 is ranked 74 out of 180 countries in the World Press Freedom Index. Just a few years ago, we were ranked 117th. We are now in the top 5 countries in West Africa for press freedom. And we are one of only a handful on the continent where we can say not a single journalist today is in jail for doing their work. I've mentioned that you have repealed the criminal libel law. Mr. President reminds us that there are some laws too that we need to fix. I commit to you, you'll have an ally in me for us to fix those laws. I'm very proud to say that at the last cabinet meeting, the National Media and Information Policy that you drafted, Dr. Suha spoke here, that you led, we took to cabinets, and cabinets at the first committee meeting in cabinet has overwhelmingly approved the National Media and Information Policy. As you choose your new leaders, my charge is this. Let us embrace the new media players. President Nasrallah said something. We don't have bloggers here, but I can assure you they are members now of the media space. We have to think about how we incorporate them in these rooms. We cannot shut the door on bloggers. SLAJ, the next dispensation, you have to think seriously about where they exist and how they exist. Because the worst thing that can happen to you is to stay in the room and say, oh, now we get the power, while other people are pushing and changing the landscape. We need to engage those new media players, and we need to engage with them and think about how you can teach responsibility and standards, and together we advance. We must reinforce our collective code of conduct, and we must partner together, government, civil society, the media, and mentor the next generation of SLAJ leaders. Finally, friends, let me reaffirm His Excellency, the President's commitments, the government's commitments to a free, independent, and pluralistic media. I assure you that whoever emerges the winner, we will work with you. We will disagree, but our disagreements will be honorable. We will not seek to silence you. We will think about how we work together to expand the space. And as President has said, we will continue this government to support SLAJ financially, because SLAJ is a critical anchor in our democratic process.
Thank you very much, John Abdullahi, for putting that report together for we. This now is large election, and just less than 24 hours, we go elect a new executive for lead journalism in this country.
After 3 years.
After 3 years. See the kind of way structure, see the composure.
Then call on triennial, that are every 3 years. The conference will for lead to the election of a new executive. By the way, Ahmed Said Nasrallah, in 6 years this you don't serve as president of SLAJ.
Yes, 2 terms.
2 terms, 3 years, 3 years each. And first, he came in in 2019 as president of SLAJ. I remember he was elected at Golden Tulip Kimbima Hotel as the first time as president. He moved from Secretary General, one-term Secretary General of SLAJ, under the Kelvin Lewis administration, and became the president of SLAJ. Twice now, he don't lead the association. So meaning he don't serve SLAJ for like 9 years.
Yes.
9 years, three years as Secretary General and 6 years as president of SLAJ.
Well, one for us, waiting new or waiting in the left for make we remember that this happened during the era of Ahmed Nasrallah.
A catalog and outline a number of them. Unfortunately, because of time, that they go eat almost the entirety of the show.
So just one look. Remember in the one?
I remember the repeal of the criminal libel law, for example, where not to insta-term. It's a long journey. It's a long road.
Yeah.
But this issue of subvention, in fact, government then just announced.
Yesterday,
a couple of days ago, they announced government don't give them the subvention And in fact, now in tenure, the government begin give subvention to Sludge.
Yes.
So there are a number of other achievements under the administration as president of Sludge. It don't do the Yebe approach. Yeah. Warm underneath, but cold on top. Yes. That's the diplomacy we do apply and make sure say Sludge gradually they move to the level where people, well, a number of other journalism, however, don't criticize them, say Sludge under any administration don't become the radical trade union group where it don't used for be before. So in part of his statement earlier, he say, well, he apply diplomacy, but that don't mean say in application of diplomacy go make his selling birthright or Sludge in birthright for Kokoyebe. No, that's not it. Rather, Sludge still remains firm for the right things and the right purpose and the right cause. But you get for strike the balance, for let you get waiting right. So that's more or less how he has ruled. So it was emotional, in fact. In fact, well, a number of people will be in at the hall earlier today. We identify Ahmed Said Nazgela, we call him monk. Not call him monk because that's the name we
the monk. Now know for the monk.
Yes, as a very good speechwriter. I say so with the fullest chest, because we monk they read, we monk they go through in statement. I felt the emotion where he put inside in statement. In fact, me begin shed tears before he cry. You know, they say the party pack for go.
The party pack for go.
The party pack for go. Whether they can. So before he even start for shed tears of joy, emotional tears, me Usa bin Sidom already begin feel as he read through his statements, begin feel for him. So I know how emotional and how deliberate the speech was. And almost everybody felt it in the hall.
Yeah, as you say, we still continue to analyze and we're not going to come here. But one thing we need to know is that the party pack for go. The question is, who that go left for Sludge? We got two leading candidates when they no more come out. Madikan Kamara, he's the Secretary General, President Secretary General for this present executive. He'll be contesting tomorrow together with Mustafa Sisewe, a veteran journalist.
And a former Secretary General as
well. Former Secretary General and also Commissioner for IMC. He has contested, I think this is the third time. Fourth time, if I'm be corrected, as one for be Sludge president. So tomorrow, journalists around the country will go for decide who that's.
And one good thing about this election of Sludge, now people and they look for saying a beacon of hope. In fact, now biggest example to other trade union groups. Sludge election now don't set supposed to set the pace for other trade. In fact, people don't even the mood now say. In fact, Sludge need for loan the electoral commission to bar the likes of bar association and other trade union.
We not see punches come out today. We not see cheer them.
Forget about the punches. It's about the transparent processes and stages. Remember we discussed earlier with Francis Benkefala, where even the bar association, their own election, end up for create a parallel group, the Loyal Society. All as a result of waiting people we don't see as the non-transparent ways in the manner in which they conduct the elections. So now people don't say. I don't see a number of comments on Facebook and other social media handles that say, well, Sludge need for loan the electoral commission to the bar association so that they will teach them how to conduct transparent, free and fair elections as this election is, so far as this election is concerned, where they conduct.
Okay, so we want to say thank you to all we colleague journalists and we comport themselves and congratulations in advance to whosoever will go for win tomorrow. Okay, so we change and we go to we local newspapers and for today. And today publication, we see the Concord Times newspaper, the leading banner headline say, Parliament suspends voting on child rights bill amid absence of APC MP. Koindu Holdings accuses First Lady, ACC's Benkefala, of sabotage. And we also see, 2 decades after war, how much has democracy delivered? These are many more stories you will see in the Concord Times newspaper.
So, no expect say the Parliament will continue deliberations with APC because APC then suspension from activities in Parliament is not time bound.
No.
It is indefinite.
Indefinite. We don't know when they go for return.
Exactly, and we don't know under which condition they go for return. Whether now that tripartite or we cannot tell. It's going to be another long, maybe another.
It's a long ride because we don't know whether the APC will go for take the matter to Supreme Court. We don't even know what will be their decision, whether they will have to return to Parliament or whether the Speaker of Parliament will go for decide on whose grounds he could decide on which will be grounds of decision.
The parliamentary standing order and constitutional provisions say for let them reach a consensus on every decision of Parliament, then forget a two-third majority. Two-third majority.
Yes.
So whether or not whatever then they do in a Parliament, then still get two-third majority. Well, that two-third majority also it require constitutional interpretation.
Yeah.
I think the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Singapore Thomas, we don't make that clear. Whether the total number of MPs or the one that were present at the time.
Well,
so now that APC is absent from activities of Parliament and, well, agreements and bills are being discussed and being taken to Parliament, then the question of the two-third majority will go for setting.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot for discuss. We got a lot for now, and we will bring all to now as information that they have unfold. We'll take the next pick when at the Awoko. We'll take a look at say Freetown players at 40, chapter 8, Fatima. And also get Secondot Hospital goes solar. VP commissions landmark renewable energy projects. Say we need aggressive reform at ETSA. KKY declares a national energy dialogue. Cyberbullying case exposes the dark side of social media in Sierra Leone. Many more stories you will find at the Awoko newspaper. We look at these Freetown players at 40. Yes, then
they have been remarkable over the last 4 decades. Indeed. I remember. I know for say my own part because I've been also an a cappella artist years down the line. So when Freetown player they reach this milestone at 40, I just recall how much they were able to achieve over this period. And the feats where they were for each and touch a number of lives and change a number of communities through then drama and a cappella songs and so much more. Yes. So congratulations to Charlie Afner for taking the Freetown players on to this time. 40 years.
40 years. It's not a small years. Eh?
That's like my age.
But yeah, sure. But we don't see much of them now. We don't know what they happened. But we will go for. We pray that they come up again and kick the game up. We're going to find a pick for today. This is the voice of Salon newspaper. It's a newborn baby mysteriously disappears at Cottage Hospital. Yes, and then also get all Lunge Airportons Kakas. WHH donate vehicle to Land for Life initiative in Sierra Leone. And many other stories you go find the voice of Salon newspaper. But remember the headline story say newborn baby mysteriously disappears at Cottage Hospital. I think we'll be talk about this week.
And this issue of child disappearance in hospital, you know, see, this is the main reason we make plenty of with traditional women them. They refuse for go born hospital. This is the main reason. So that issue of go born picking hospital, it's safer for you for good one. This is the problem. And this story not to today don't begin.
No.
And in order for India as well, if the right measures are not put in place.
Yeah, sure.
So the system, the healthcare system is problematic entirely on its own. And then this problem continue for be persistent and it cause some chaos in the delivery, and that move, the drive for attain maternal mortality reduction, it touch on big time.
It touch on. And so the authority, they really need to take a stand, because when I listen to some kind of clip talk about a doctor demanding this amount of money, and because the people do not get one or other things happened, and mysteriously they became lost. Well,
there have been exchanges of baby, boy for girl, girl for boy. Some woman they born picking, by the time they wake, in a girl picking they born, by the time they wake something and they ain't go lucky. They are when they exchange them picking, and then go lucky. But the other hand, eventually they go tell and say they're picking, they don't die. These are the stories. Plenty of them would on the year over there.
A lot of stories. A lot of stories.
And this is the form one of the biggest problem in the drive to reduce maternal mortality in the country.
Seriously.
Because this they make people, women, and scared for visit the healthcare service for go access maternal healthcare.
Yes, but I think it's the viable thing for make them do. at least for let you man go to hospital.
I go do am now for when you get you for go born picking hospital.
Sometimes you find for let the man go inside the labor room when you have the born.
And then they prevent the man for some of these hospitals they tell you commander they get the man.
Yeah, they get everybody. If any family member we go they
obviously you. And then they go begin. These are the room where suspicion they begin setting.
So
and you not get option.
No, you don't have option.
If you insist, they left you man and say okay, until you refuse for them call and then do whatever they want to do. These are stories where don't they come, not for sure. And the other story which touched me, is the old Lunge Airport turns Carcass. Do you know before them build this Suma Airport, I knew it was going to be this way.
Well, I think they will get planned for
because I know for turn to
ECOWAS headquarters,
military naval base.
Yes, naval base. Yeah.
So. You know, we get issue around maintenance and culture, the culture of maintenance and this
power maintenance.
So by the time when the Suma, when they sign that agreement or when they even moot the agreement, say, Salon forget new airport to be built, $27 million by the Turkish group Suma. I been no say this will get for end up for be this Carcass. In fact, more than Carcass. In fact, they're even better than saying Carcass. I was thinking it was going to be some kind of dilapidated place with something in the...
No, the real kind. You see, this is the problem, as you say, we get poor maintenance culture. Other countries get more than 5 airports, and they are maintaining it. It's up to standard. But we just get, well, that's a 1, and this is 2. But the second one...
No, in fact, the same airport, not the same side.
Yeah, so we're able to maintain this old one, at least for keep them up to date.
So this would be more or less like another terminal.
Yeah.
If we don't use this more or less like another terminal.
Yeah.
Maybe a terminal for some private airplanes or whatever it is, other than commercial basis or whatever it is. But now this is the original Sierra Leone owned. So this goes back to the point of not having a national agenda.
No.
Because remember, this rehabilitation or uplifts been started under the Anes Bai Koroma administration. Anes Bai Koroma administration may come meet the airport at some kind level. So when it come, you upgrade through some whatever ECOWAS or whatever or government support, you uplift the status and standard of this airport. And then where the Julius Maada Bio administration come, then come change the entire Instead of them continue that plan for Mama.
Yes.
They say, okay, Lord just scrap Randy and bring the airport come a little on the other side of Lunge. And this is the problem now. So if we begin a national agenda, this should not be happening.
We've got a lot to talk about. Well,
so much.
Now, so the headline review come to you this week and this weekend. Thanks so much for listening to it.
Thank you very much, James Kamaramane. And that's so the Today Show for today. And this week they come to an end for you also. Thank you to all we guests for this week. Thank you to the production team. It's been marvelous. You guys are amazing. Thank you to you. We don't take time for what? Just show throughout the week. You are special to us. Until we meet next week, starting Monday for a fresh edition, me na Patrick Salia.
And me na James Kamaramane.
Have a lovely weekend. Stay out of trouble. Goodbye.